In this video, we're gonna be checking out Warframe for the very first time. Now, I only heard good things about this game, so without further ado, let's get to it. Right after we logged in, we were introduced to this really cool cinematic, introducing us to the world of Warframe. Now, I'm not gonna go through everything that has happened, but if you do want to check it out, feel free to try the game for yourself. We are the 10 okay.
Wake up.
After the cinematic, we were given the option of choosing our Warframe. The options were Excalibur, Mag, and Volt. And although I pondered going Volt, I ended up going with Excalibur instead.
Confirmed.
After another cool cinematic, we were placed straight into battle.
Quick, use your
Press
power.
1?
Being able to spam this skill definitely made me think that there was no cooldown and I can just keep spamming. Later on, I learned that's not exactly the case.
Holy. Oh, what's happening? I don't know what's happening.
Just to give a bit of context, I have never played these kind of games before. I usually stick to very casual games, so please forgive my bad gaming skills.
Arm yourself.
Ow, how do you run? Oh, is it shift? I don't know the controls.
Out of the two choices, of course I picked the sword. After all, who doesn't want to be a space ninja mowing down enemies like a Beyblade?
Okay, he's melee.
After defeating a few enemies, we were given the option of choosing a ranged weapon. So at this point, I haven't really played any aim-heavy games, so please forgive my shooting abilities right here.
Oh god, my aim is awful.
Another thing that I completely missed was the fact that I had 4 abilities and I was only using one of them, and that each of them actually consumes this energy bar. I didn't really figure this out until much later on in the video.
Okay. I'm doing Q by mistake.
The extraction point is up ahead. Hurry.
Sure thing, Lotus. Say less.
You escaped.
Hold left control.
Now, without me fully understanding it, this ability, the bullet jump, would be one of the key things when it comes to movement in Warframe.
Space.
After a quick cinematic, we actually faced off against War for the first time. Because I still wasn't quite used to the controls, I was just flailing around, trying to do whatever I can and just hoping things work. However, because this is the first boss, I feel like he went down pretty easily.
I'm definitely not doing this right.
That you weren't, but at least it's all about the journey, right?
My decrepit heart is pounding. This one is stronger than the rest. Lock the area down.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm genuinely just pressing buttons and hoping things work. After a few more fights, a cool explosion, and more fighting, we finally managed to secure the ship and escape to space.
I am with all the controls. I don't know what I'm doing.
Once we got back onto our ship, we met Ortis, our ship's navigator, and then we were given our next mission. It's not the typical type of game I usually play, but... To be completely honest, I wasn't really having too much fun right now, but that was mainly because I wasn't exactly used to the controls. Are you friend? Okay, no, not friend.
Target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Oh.
My bad. I don't think I was supposed to do that.
No, you were not! After collecting the data, we headed to the extraction point. While heading to the extraction point, instead of fighting enemies, I thought I might as well take this opportunity to practice some of the movement instead.
That was...
Mission complete.
Okay, I think first things first, I need to go and actually
figure out some of the controls. Because I have absolutely no clue.
In order to do that, I went on YouTube and found a video by Unified Codex, which I'll put a link in the description, which showed which settings need to be changed, and after following it and figuring out a few things for myself, we were ready to get back into it.
Okay. Oh, damn.
For this next mission, we were told to go rescue an arms dealer from the prison and escort him out. There were a bunch of enemies, but we also had a friend along the way, so it wasn't all that bad, but I could still see the differences between our skill levels compared to him. And this actually made me want to learn the game more, so that I can actually like fly around and shoot people like he did.
The captive has been secured.
After coming back on the ship, we restored the foundry so we were actually able to craft things now.
Here, the operator will craft many powerful weapons and tools to exact revenge.
I don't think
for
Gortys is doing too well. After changing up some of my settings again, we went over to our next missions, which was looting supplies from this outpost.
These guys are bad news.
That little movement thing I did there, I don't know what I did, but that felt incredibly good and gave me a taste of what's to come.
Don't get me wrong, I like profits.
While editing this video, I also realized when I'm locked in and I don't really have anything to say, I did this weird thing with my tongue to just like re-moisturize my lips, which was very awkward when editing. So after coming back, we went on our next mission, and this one was actually to fight War, who I thought we defeated, but I think he just escaped and he kept on popping up and I just didn't register in my head. And while running around, I was also hitting up all the loot that I saw, just in case I missed anything. I think I'm getting used to the controls.
Foolish Tenno, do you realize your
Cutscene time.
notice has
Or not
sent you
cutscene, yes.
to die?
This fight wasn't exactly difficult, but at the same time, I wasn't really paying attention to my health, which you guys weren't able to see this entire time because my camera is covering it. After beating his first phase, we actually went through this corridor to fight him again, but this time in a weird platform area. If you guys like the video so far, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to flame me in the comments if you want as well. And if you guys have any tips and tricks or anything like that to help me in my Warframe journey, I'm all ears. Okay, Big Bad defeated. Let's freaking go.
This is not over, Tenno.
This was in fact very much over.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
I definitely don't think I'm doing the whole bullet jumping thing properly, that's for sure. I think I might need some practice to actually get it right. After we defeated War, we went back to the ship and took a look at some of the other quests that are available to us. Then I took a look at some of the abilities that I had, and that's when it hit me. Oh wait, I had other abilities. I just kept on spamming /dash when in fact I could have done ability 4 for Exalted Blade. I thought these were kind of like stuff you had to unlock later, so I was just spamming /dash, just hoping it works, but... As you guys keep watching me, you'll probably understand that I am a bit of a dingus. After looking at the abilities, I went ahead and took a look at some of the customizations. Because of the sheer number of things you had to go through, I ended up spending quite a while in this area. After I had my fun, I decided it's about time we go start up another mission. Okay. So this mission was all about investigating a signal, but once we got to it, we figured out it was a mod fragment that the enemies are trying to get. Another thing I noticed during this time was the fact that the enemies were much tankier compared to the first few missions. Once we try to extract the information, then this guy suddenly shows up. Nope.
This Tenno is not your foe.
We shall see.
Then he just straight up kidnaps us. I mean, he didn't even have an ice cream truck or anything.
You wouldn't.
Once he took us to his lair, he disabled all our abilities and gave us a weapon and started testing us. And once we passed, he taught us how modding works. Oh, okay. Cool.
That's all.
Once we figured out how mods work, then we defeated a few enemies and I did this sick rollout and completed the mission. By this point, I was really starting to enjoy the movement of Warframe. It was super smooth and it felt like I was just flying through the entire map without a care in the world. Once we got back onto the ship, we installed the mod segment and I ended up changing a few settings before we headed on our next mission. Let's go. Let's do another mission. See how it goes. For this mission, we went to rescue Teshin, fought off a bunch of enemies, defeated 3 wardens, and then we had to fight Teshin again. We went flying for no reason, and after Teshin was defeated, we blew up a reactor and escaped the facility. So overall, quite the eventful mission if I do say so myself. This was all I played for the very first day, and I was honestly pleasantly surprised by the game. Even though I wasn't enjoying it quite as much during the beginning, I was definitely starting to get into it much more around this time.
To make the climb.
What are you talking about? How is it day 3? I've just gotten day 2 logins like a few seconds ago. So I think around here is when most new players would get to before they call it a day. So when it comes to the new player experience, I'll give you guys a little bit of a pros and cons list that I personally think applies to Warframe. So when it comes to the pros, I think the game is absolutely beautiful. It has incredible graphics. The movement is incredibly smooth. You can just fly around and it feels like butter, you know? Another one is great expression ability with gear and combat styles. This is something that I personally thought was very interesting. How you can have different kind of weapons like the bows, the throwing knives, the sword and the staff. And finally, the last one for pros that I have written down is the variety of missions. Even though you guys didn't really see it too much in the background, you'll see me playing a variety of different missions. And this is a pro, and it is also going to be one of our cons. So when it comes to the cons, the variety of missions can also be a bit of a con, because there are some missions that you can't exactly solo and you do need teammates. The one I'm specifically talking about is the one where you have to capture 4 areas and maintain them for a long period of time. This just felt absolutely awful for me doing it solo for the first time.
I don't like... Okay, bro. I think I might need to join a public thing for this thing.
They are broadcasting another message. Make sure the enemy never receives it.
Bro, I'm leaving. I don't know what you're on about, but I'm leaving. That thing was awful.
Another con would be, I felt a little directionless at times. I wasn't exactly sure what to do. The game didn't exactly guide me properly, and there were times when I felt a little lost, so I had to Google something or check out a YouTube video to understand things a little bit better. Another thing that I thought felt a little off was the lack of early game resources. Now, this may just be a personal opinion because I've never played a looter shooter before, so take this with a grain of salt. But usually when you start off with a new game, you're given plenty of resources to start off with to keep you hooked for at least a couple of days. And I didn't feel like that was the case. I think that that's fine in this game, considering this is a looter shooter where you're supposed to be grinding out these loot and stuff like that, and there's no energy cap, allowing you to farm as much as you want. So this just comes down to me feeling a little broke in the beginning. Okay, number 3 for cons. The number of Warframe slots should have been a bit more. This is mainly because I really wanted to farm and figure out how to get Wukong, but only having 2 slots and being forced to make Rhino made me feel a little bottlenecked. The final con that I personally had with Warframe was the lack of clarity when it comes to where to find specific resources. Specifically, Rebuto. I had absolutely no idea where to find it, and I needed a bunch of them for some of the blueprints. So I ended up going online, checking out some YouTube videos, and found that you can find a bunch of them in Earth, or early game of course, which the game didn't exactly tell me that. And on one hand, I think this definitely helps community. It would have been a little helpful in game as well. Now these are some of the pros and cons that I, as a new player, found relatively early on into the game. In the background, you'll see me completing a bunch of different missions and trying out the game much more, because I wanted to have an idea of what a bit of a later game experience of the game would have been compared to just the early game experience. And I will say, like, it does get much better, and at the end of my second day of playing, I got so addicted to Warframe that I have like 7 different clips of me saying I'm going to end my recording and just not doing it, because I kept coming back for one more mission and another mission and another mission, and it just kept on going like that until 4 AM.
Okay, last mission. Okay, another junction. Let's go. What's wrong with me? I said it was last one.
Foolish general.
There we go. Big boss
It won't be
defeated.
bothering us anymore.
Here are some of my honest thoughts at the time.
This is bad. This game is so bad. I'm addicted. It's already nearly 3 AM.
Alone
So the game is indeed very fun and very addicting, and I would highly recommend everybody give it a shot.
Game is too addicting. I can't stop.
excellent work, Tenno.
After doing another quest, we actually got a pet, who I, in my great wisdom, decided to
Havash. How
name...
about that? Cortina Havash. I don't know what that means. It's just random stuff I came up with. Yo, let's go. It's a little baby. Oh, it's running around me.
2 seconds later.
What was her name? I'm really bad with names. Like Gortisha or something. Okay, easy.
That's the last of them.
I got a little
Objective
scared
is
when
secure.
they dropped
Let's
the
go
half.
home.
But
While working on this video, I kept playing for a couple of days. Right now, I'm on day 7, and I have missed a bunch of important things. And I figured this out by watching a really long video by Iflin, which I'll link in the description as well, which is a really good guide showing you some of the progression and things that you should be doing early game. I did not do any of these things, and because of that, I wouldn't say my account is bricked per se, but I definitely do feel far behind compared to if I had followed the beginner guide. I think everybody should just give it a watch so you have a better idea of how the progression in the game is supposed to go. At the end of the day, this is just a game, and games are meant for you to have fun, so play the game however you like. That'll be all, folks. I hope you all enjoyed the video so far. If you do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what I can do to improve on the videos, or give me video ideas that you'd like to see, and I'll see what I can do. Take care. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your day.